This video is brought to you by MathGalaxy.com. This is our whole numbers program, and here we're going to be looking at multi-step word problems. This is an example of a multi-step word problem. You need to ship 300 crayons in boxes of 20. If each box weighs 14 pounds, what is the total weight of the boxes? Well, if you think about what you finally want, total weight, you need the weight per one box and the number of boxes to get the total. So we have the weight for one box, so that's the value for one thing. So now we need the number of boxes. So that will become a subproblem. And here it's somewhat obvious. It's 300 divided by 20 or 15. But if you wanted to analyze it, again you could set it up as 20 crayons in a box times the number of boxes has to account for 300 crayons. So setting up in the multiplication format, it tells us we need 15 boxes. So the subproblem gives us the information we need for that, and then we multiply. It tells us the total weight is 210 pounds. Setting up a diagram can also help. 20 crayons per box, and 15 times that will pack the 300 crayons, and each of those 15 is 14 pounds. This is another example of a multi-step word problem. Last year, 256 students attended your school. This year, 67 more attended. If a bus carries 25 students, how many buses does your school need? Well, it looks like it may be multiplication or division because we have two names, students and buses. So what information do we have? Well, a bus carries 25 students. So that's the value for one thing. So we have 25 students in one bus. Then times the number of buses will tell us how many students we can transport. And the number we have to transport here is the total number of students. And that becomes a subproblem. 256 students last year, 67 more this year. So this year we have a total of 323 students that we have to transport. So that's a division problem. 323 divided by 25 is 12 with a remainder of 23. But you always have to analyze the word problem in terms of the real-world situation. 12 buses won't be enough. We need an extra bus to handle the extra 23. So the answer is 13 buses. If you want more practice problems, you can go to MathGalaxy.com. The program has two modes. One talks you through problems step by step. The other just asks for a final answer. And when you exit the final answer mode, it gives you a score, which you can also print and get a certificate. And as you do problems, you earn robots, which you can use in a maze game called the Labyrinth. There are 3 levels corresponding to different board sizes. So this is an example of one of the mazes. The screen looks compressed vertically because of the difference in screen sizes between the game and the video. But in the game, it isn't compressed. So, for example, here you have to move, get the treasure, and get out safely. Okay, an example of another maze where you have to decide on a path and avoid the creatures. Another type maze. And they're created randomly, so everyone will be different. So, and some of these creatures are smart, some aren't. So another type. So those have been some examples of the mazes. There's also a riddles game like Wheel of Fortune, where the answers to math problems help you solve a riddle. And you can do these topics, for example, time. There are up to 3 players. So here the riddle is, where does sour cream come from? And at the beginning or end of your turn, you can choose to solve the riddle, or you could try to guess letters. So E is 10:05, so E goes there, and let's pass, and let's say you wanted to get O, which is 4:35. Okay, let's try to solve this. Let's see, discontented cows. Let's see if that works. Okay, so it does. And measurement, you can do any of these. For example, multiplying length. So how do you make an elephant float? So let's say like E, 1 foot, 2 inches, 6 times. So that gives you 6 feet and another 12 inches, so 7 feet, no inches. So after a few more letters, it looks like we're ready to solve this. So with root beer and an elephant. Okay, so that works. And you can also do money and 1 or 2 digit halls for all of the operations. And the word jumbles game is like the riddles, except you're solving word jumbles rather than riddles. There's also a game called Bridge the Swamp, where you can practice these operations. For example, multiplication. There are 3 board sizes. Red is trying to build a bridge in this direction. Green is trying to build a bridge in this direction. And the first player to complete a bridge and block the other player wins. There are no wrong answers, but knowing the operations gives you a better chance of picking the block that you want. For example, green goes first if green wanted 20, so that would be 4 times 5. And if red wanted to block with 35, that would be 5 times 7. So that's a review of the games that come with the program. This has been a review of multi-step word problems. If you want more practice, you can go to our website at MathGalaxy.com. Thank you for listening.